7-7.
All right, welcome into our special edition of the JP Peterson Show. We're coming to you live from the new Genesis of Tampa dealership here on 801 East Bears Avenue. They have some amazing cars here. We're going to try to show you some of the video of the G70, the G80, all these incredible cars they have here at Genesis. And we're going to talk a little college football. Orestes Destrade is going to join me here to talk a little baseball. Says there's some big developments going on in the American League. And you guys can come on down here as well. We're at 801 East Bears Avenue up in North Tampa. We've got free food for you, free drinks. You can check out all the cars. You can test drive them, do all that stuff. And we're also going to have Michael Alford on, the Florida State Athletic Director. We did an interview with him earlier this week, really large-ranging interview talking about the new NIL, the new revenue sharing, the renovations at Doak Campbell Stadium, what's coming up the weekend of Alabama, Florida State, which is next week, and we're a week away. In fact, about this time next week, we'll be sitting in Doak Campbell Stadium watching Florida State and Alabama play, which is going to be incredible for the first time in that newly renovated stadium. So we got lots to get to. We're going to be here for a couple hours shooting it around. You guys get in the comments if you have any questions about college football. Iowa State and Kansas State already playing over the Aer Lingus Classic over in Dublin. Kind of a sloppy game early on in that one, as our good friend Rocco Becht from right around the corner here in Wesley Chapel. We had his dad Anthony on the show this week to talk about the game, and a little sloppy early on. It's kind of wet out there, but college football is back, and we are absolutely it's about freaking time. And we got the Bucks and Bills coming up tonight at Raymond James Stadium. Looks like it's going to be a little wet for that as well. So we'll preview that game. So if you guys have any comments, any questions, just bring them in the comments section. You can do that on YouTube. You can do that on X, and you can do that on Twitter as well. So just head on over there and comment if you like. All right, it's time to welcome in the man, the myth.
Hey, buddy.
Orestes Destrade joining me here. Thanks for having us out here. You're part of the Genesis of Tampa family.
I'm part of the family over here, JP, and now you're part of the family too.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
And this is exciting. I mean, this is a big grand opening for this. This has been a long time in preparation. Mike Murphy, the owner of Murphy Auto Group, has been excited about this opportunity. Obviously, Genesis is a unique brand, a wonderful brand, and it's the first for the Tampa Bay area over here. So I think it's going to be a landmark place for a long time. And one thing about Mike Murphy that I love is that he loves sports.
Yes,
so
he's going to join us.
He's going to join us.
Talk about Miami football. So if you're a Canes
football.
fan,
yeah,
this guy, I didn't even do any prep today.
No,
I knew he had already done it.
Just open it up and
just
say,
open it up.
How are the
just
Canes
open
going
it
to
up.
do? And he's going to. Ball's already started 7-7 over there in Dublin, but I know you're excited about not only FSU, USF, all our Florida teams are going to be kicking off.
USF's got Boise State next
Thursday.
week. Yeah, Thursday night, 5:30 game.
That's a pretty isolated game for them. You know what I mean?
They will have it. They will have center stage.
They'll have center stage.
Night,
so I'm hoping they kick off well. It's a very good challenge with Boise State, a perennial upstart type of team. So. This is exciting. So just happy to be here with you, buddy, and looking forward to talking a little sports and just talking Tampa.
Now you got to look at this. What is it? The G90,
dude. I tell you what, for the cost comparative to the just elite type of car that the Genesis brand is, we've known it for a lot of years now. I know you owned one back in the day. The one that really stands out for me. It's the GV80, I think coupe. The coupe? I think they call it the A or something like that. This thing's a monster, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see some of those out in the Tampa area and all around the beautiful Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, so hopefully we get a little bit of video of it.
We got to show the folks
absolutely
some peeks into that. But,
all right, so while I got you, Mr. Baseball, if you don't know Orestes Destrade, a long-time Rays broadcaster, long-time major leaguer, played in the Japanese leagues, Emmy Award winner. Yeah, the whole.
Thank you very much. Gotcha. I have all three languages.
You can do it all. Whatever language you want to, just go ahead, recommend, we'll do it. Drop it in the comments. We'll do Rays analysis in Japanese as well.
There you go.
But you said a little bit
speaking
about
of that, the Rays have a Korean player. This is a Korean market with Genesis, and it's been a little bit of a hot talk about Genesis of Tampa being a hot topic. This kid Kim is a hot topic because he's not doing very well, and he's got he doesn't have a team option. He's got a player option, so he's going to get paid. He'll be around. I'm going to have to bring him here and make him buy about 10 cars because he's got 16 million coming next year. So he needs to give back to the community.
You know, it's so funny. We hadn't even thought about that because we thought he'd be really, really good, and we've
been injured.
Like, he's not going to take his player option. We're going to lose him. And now we're like, oh my God,
no!
He has to come back.
He has to take the player option. Nobody's going to pay that.
We're stuck with
him.
We're stuck with him now.
Yeah, we've had a little problem with big money shortstops that we haven't been able to have play. Oops.
They're plenty talented. They're plenty talented. You know, it's funny. I was looking back at the 23 team.
Yeah.
That won 99 games because since then the Rays are, I think, it combined last year and this year 9 or 10 games under 500.
Right.
Since the end of the 23 season.
Yeah, the 80 wins last year.
And I went back and looked at that team. And first of all, you know, we traded away Zach Littell. We traded the other Zach. Arozarena gone. Who's the other? Well, Shane McClanahan obviously was a big part of that team.
Gone.
Luke Raley was gone. So we made a lot of roster changes that haven't necessarily worked out.
That's the problem because you haven't really filled the ranks there. I mean, the one that you filled nicely, obviously, was the incredible current and future of Junior Caminero.
Yeah. Isaac Paredes was on that.
Isaac Paredes was on that team. You're right. So the reality is that, I mean, in a nutshell, so far the Rays season, I'm not counting them completely out. The stranger things have happened. Dare I say, 2011, the 162 game, they were 7 games out in September. So for a wild card, not for the first place, but of the division. Nevertheless, it's not looking really good for them to make a wild card bid. But I will say this: this is kind of the telltale sign, reality, JP, and you have to agree with me that not having enough funding of your pay scale.
Yeah.
So then when you have those injuries, you have to be so well. They've had depth before with less money. You have to be so finite with who you are developing, who you traded for, and who steps up. And they just haven't had, especially when it comes to the middle relief and even, dare I say, Fairbanks at the closing level. That's where they've kind of struggled this year, winning the games in the 6th, 7th, and 8th, 9th inning. So that's been a problem, and it needs to be addressed going into the offseason as far as having a better depth and spending a little bit more money. That's the bottom line.
That is the bottom line. Actually, quick producing, can you check and make sure our audio is still working? Or you guys in the comments, make sure our audio is still working. I had to fix the shot, so just want to make sure. Tricky production stuff here.
Hey, listen, we're remoting, baby.
We're remoting.
We're on remote.
Well, we're in the brand new dealership here.
This is really cool. I mean, obviously, again, it's 801 Barris Avenue. They're going to be here giving away presents and food, and just come by if you get a chance. We'll be here till 6 o'clock. Obviously, our shows from 2 to 4. The JP Peterson show, but
we'll be here till 6.
They'll be here till 6.
Watching football.
Come on by, watching football, and can't say enough about this new mecca place for the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah. All right. So you looked at that team in 23 and what we've lost,
right?
And what we projected this year. Kind of looking 40,000 feet for the Rays. What hasn't worked, Taj Bradley did not turn out as we had hoped. Shane Baz has not been as good as we had hoped.
Right.
A lot of it. Let me ask you this question: how much can you attribute to the fact that this organization has always built their team, their pitching for Tropicana Field, which is very much a pitcher's park.
Great point.
Obviously,
great issue.
Steinbrenner Field is not a pitcher's park.
No.
So when you move into a new place, I think they've been 500 at home. Not great, right?
They started out horrendous at home. They've actually kind of started winning again in the second half, a little bit at home.
How much do you think that's affected?
I think it's affected them because the reality is that the Tropicana Field is built for defense. Though big flies were hit there, but not at the level. I mean, the Yankee game
had 14 in 2 games.
Yeah, not 14. When 14 of those or 7 of those were kind of just mishit fly balls to right field
Right.
So unless you have that type of power consistently, which it looked early on that they might, but the reality is they're not a slamming home run team. Sans obviously the top two guys that seem to always homer in the same game, and that's Brandon Lau and Junior Caminero. And let's give a really really good season for Yandy Diaz.
Yes.
But then when Aranda went down, who wasn't homering a heck of a lot. He had 11
he was
12,
a huge part of the offense.
Such a huge part of the offense. Keeps the thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. When I'm looking at the lineup yesterday and looking at all the youngsters that are in there, when you have Simpson and what he's shown already in a short period of time, I mean, 35 stolen bases. Caminero, I'm going about the youth here for the future. Caminero, Simpson, you get a guy like Carson Williams. Did you see this kid swing?
Yeah.
This kid has a snap bat swing.
How do you like him?
I like him a heck of a lot. He reminds me of a Bobby Witt Jr. That's what he's reminding me of.
Wow.
Same build.
Well, he's the number one prospect.
Number one prospect for the Rays. Top 10 in baseball. Arguably considered the best defensive shortstop in all the minor leagues. So this kid comes already with some clout. Now, here's the negative. He strikes out about 40% of the time.
Yeah, it's not good.
But he does have a quick swing. But I think you can kind of tweak that and you can work on that. When you have that type of quick a swing and you start eventually learning the strike zone, because that's the big thing, not chasing. This is a kid that could hit 20, 25 home runs, play gold glove type short. And I definitely feel this is the future. Even a kid like Bob Seymour, he's showing some pop. So they're definitely taking a look at some of their future, potential. But right now, the biggest problem was depth and injury, which is tied to depth.
Yeah. And I think, what are they, 6.5 out now? I think this season, and the reason I say this because they haven't shown enough consistency. And they're not. They're doing so many things.
So many teams.
Yeah, and there's
even when they were out 7 that time, it wasn't a situation where they basically have to jump 6 teams.
Yeah.
So you're having to rely.
And you're not playing great baseball.
You're not playing
doing
now. But
a lot.
I'm going to tell you something. That changes so quickly. You really only have had a couple of 3 teams that have been consistently winning all year long. Toronto, Milwaukee, the Phillies. But a lot of teams have gone on runs and dry spells. That's why I always, tongue in cheek, called the baseball season, "These are the Rays of our lives." Because it's a soap opera. So who's to say, that they go on a 20-5 run? It's not impossible.
Well,
but it's improbable.
If the starting pitching had shown, I don't think Shane Baz is going to turn it around dramatically.
No,
I mean, Rasmussen's been good. Tapio's been really good.
Finally, by the Yankees, he owned forever.
Well, I think the Yankees pretty much had tapped into our pitch comm and knew everything that was coming. So
there's some Houston Astros thing going on in that one. There's some garbage.
Did it tickle the Spidey sense a little bit?
A little bit.
14 home runs in 2 days.
They're just teeing off on certain pitches.
And then when Rasmussen threw that 12-6 curveball to Wells, I think first pitch, which I don't think I've ever seen him throw a curveball. And he would
throw many curveballs.
Not on the first pitch, certainly. And he's just sitting on it. And Rasmussen had that look on his face like,
how did he guess that one?
Yeah. So whatever. I'd hate to cast any aspersions to such a wonderful organization like the Yankees. I would never do such a thing. I'd never cast such aspersions.
No, for casting aspersions, no. But
not my style.
I will tell you one thing that's interesting. When you really break down the American League East, but American League in general, the Toronto Blue Jays obviously been the darling, overall this season. Last night something happened.
What happened last night?
In fact, could really change the dynamic of the postseason, and that is the sneaky pick that they traded with the Cleveland Indians with a guy by the name of Shane Bieber.
Shane Bieber,
former Cy Young, who was recovering from Tommy John. Shane Bieber went out and threw 6 solid innings, struck out 9, gave up 1 little cheap run, 2 hits, and was dealing. I watched all those 9 strikeouts. The sinker, the changeup, the slider. It was against the Marlins.
Yeah.
So it's a young Marlins team that's never seen Shane Bieber, so he was able to kind of trick them. But the bottom line, when you're looking at a guy coming back from Tommy John, the biggest thing that you look for is not even really velocity. It's control.
Yeah.
It's control.
Yeah.
And he's always been a dynamic control monster. I mean, this guy last year.
So he's already got the feel.
He's got the feel. And he said that he was even surprised how good he felt in this short period of time coming back. First of all, the pitch 6th inning is coming off of Tommy John for the first time. Obviously, he's been rehabbing both with Cleveland and AAA, and then when he got traded in Buffalo with Toronto with the Bisons. But dude, this could change the whole dynamic.
Yeah,
Shane Bieber is back to old school Shane Bieber. Now this team has a 3-headed monster, in starters, 4-headed really, if you think about it. They've got the bullpen, exceptional defense. And one of the things that they do well is that they're not big ball, they're small ball.
Yeah.
And they have 4 guys that are hitting close to 300, which is a rarity this day in the major leagues. Guerrero's on the mend from a pulled little hamstring.
You picked the Mariners a couple of weeks ago, but this
still like
changes
the
things.
Mariners. I still like the Mariners as going deep in the playoffs, but this changes.
Definitely in the playoffs when you can get a horse like that back, and he's pitching.
You need 3 guys.
You get 3 guys like that, and now they go 3-4 deep.
Yeah.
So you get 3 guys especially an experienced guy like that in postseason, starting game 1 or game 2, game 3 of every series.
It changes it.
It's a game changer.
It really does, and I think you gotta, if you're a betting person, you gotta look at Toronto, because now the next level that you're thinking is 5 days from now. How does Shane Bieber recover today, tomorrow, and the next day?
Right.
How's he feeling? And then if he has another outing or 2 of like that, now he's in groove. Watch out, because the Toronto Blue Jays are going to be a definite, dangerous team in the American League, if not the World Series.
All right, quick reset here. We are at Genesis of Tampa. That's 801 East Bears. So come on over and join us. We got free drinks.
Yeah.
We got free food. You can check out these unbelievable cars, the Genesis line.
Beautiful.
It's a brand new dealership, and we want to just come on in. It's a friends and family event. Everybody's friends and family here at Genesis of Tampa.
You like miso? They got Miso Lucky.
They got miso. Oh,
Miso Lucky.
My lovely wife Ashley is here. Are you going to go grab us some Miso Lucky? I mean,
there you go. Miso Lucky.
I mean, that's my life's motto, Miso Lucky.
Oh,
yeah. With you, of course. Thank you, bro.
You're smooth.
That's nice.
You're a smooth operator.
Yeah. So, thank you. That'd be awesome. So we're here at Genesis in Tampa. That's why we're here. We're going to be here till 4 o'clock. This event's going till 6 o'clock. So you got plenty of time. Look, it's rainy, right? Just come on out of the house. You just jump out. We got parking right in front. Zip right in. What's that? We got football on, right? What's it? I got to check the score. I got Iowa State on the money line here.
You got Iowa State?
It's still 7-7 in the third. 3:12 left in the third. 7-7 Iowa State. Our good friend Rocco Beck, his dad Anthony Beck, was on the show this week.
Kansas State was favored, right?
Yeah, Kansas State was favored by 3.5. So I got a nice little money line bet on Iowa, plus 140.
Nice.
Come on, Rocco. Bring the cash home to Daddy.
There, right?
Rocco's playing quarterback. Yeah, Dad Anthony is there with his wife. Mama wants a new Genesis. Yeah. Anthony was on the show earlier this week, and he's over there. They showed him in the first quarter. I gave him all the tips on the pubs to go to and everything.
Because you were there last year.
I was there last year. Yeah. Watching my Florida State Seminoles lose, and clearly the team got really hammered there because it's a hangover that lasted the entire season. So, which if you go to Ireland, that can happen. No question about it. So from a Rays standpoint, looking to the future,
right?
Next year, if you were Eric Neander, we had new ownership coming in. I think this time he's going to be able to go out and deal and be able to add payroll, because now
you're hopeful. That has to be. There's so many nuances to the new ownership coming in. Obviously,
I've been told that is a priority for them.
Clearing initially the stadium,
right?
Is a drop, and it looks like the mayor.
They're not going to 200 next year. They're going to incrementally increase to get the major league average when the stadium opens.
No, they're not. Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, so but even if we go from 90 to 110, 120, for a general manager who can now go out and deal and add payroll, if he wants to make deals. Before, he's only been able to go out and make deals and not add payroll. That's a huge constriction. Right? I mean, it takes the pool of players that you're dealing with, and it's a very small group. It's only players that you can have control of. So now, if you're able to go out and sign or trade for guys that are actually making money,
Right.
experienced hitters, that's a game changer for Neander, right? Opens
They-
up everything. And what would you do if you were him in this
They've got
offense?
3 big money players, the realm of money players for the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean,
Right.
where, because there's one realm and then there's another 2 or 3 levels, which
Right.
is, the $40-50 million players.
Yeah. But Bilau's coming back.
Bilau's coming back. He's at around 11 and a half.
Yandy's coming back.
Yandy's coming back. He's like at 12.
You don't want to trade those guys.
I would not. I mean, they're having sensational seasons. As far as money wise, they're comfortable. I mean, that's what you have to spend. You need to add a couple more of those $10-15 million players.
It looks like Hassan Kim is coming back.
Kim has to come back. Yeah. Nobody's going to pay him that.
Yeah.
And then the only thing you can do with that is try to trade Hassan Kim and eat up half of the contract, let's say.
But he could be better. He could be better next year.
He could be better.
Coming off shoulder surgery.
He's going to be better.
Right.
Because
if he returns to form,
rush Carson Williams.
Yeah. If he returns to form, that's a solid player.
That's a solid player.
Camaro's got third.
Yeah.
Aranda's got first.
Aranda should have first.
So that's a good nucleus to work from. What you need, though, is what? Power hitting outfielder.
Power hitting left fielder would be great. Somebody of substance, because obviously
move Simpson to center.
Move Simpson to center. Work with Simpson this offseason.
Yeah, he's got to improve defensively. And he's a hard worker.
You've had Johnny DeLuca, who's been injured pretty much the whole season. So you need to kind of solidify what your core is going to be. Mm-hmm. Josh Lowe is solid in right field.
He's been bad this year.
He's been bad, but
23 is an outlier.
I believe in Josh Lowe. So,
you do?
Yeah, I do.
I'm starting to lose belief in Josh Lowe.
No, I think he's a heck of a player defensively. He's got speed. He's just got to, again, he's another one of these guys that he hasn't had that many years in the big leagues, remember, and he was injured, the early part of the season. I think he could be that, in between catalyst player. He's not the key player, but
he's had one good year in 23.
Yes. Now, the key is going to be how you restructure this bullpen and how you get the arms healthy again in the starting pitch.
Right.
Because you got to get a McClanahan completely back. You got to get Shane Boss to turn the corner and become a super stud. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Which of all the guys that they have, the guy that has the best stuff is Shane Boss. So they sent Boyle down. It's just too many walks. So this guy's got dramatic stuff, but too many walks. So if they can shore up the bullpen, and there's where you spend the money. I think you spend the money with one more power bat if you're available to, maybe a left fielder, and then spend some money
in the bullpen.
Everybody, listen, today's day and age.
Well, you got Baker. You got him this year. He's been eh. Meh.
Jax has some potential.
Jax, we like him a lot.
We like Jax.
Are we good with Fairbanks?
Yes, I believe in Fairbanks too. But I think we put a lot of, I still believe that, there could be and we won many years with closer by committee.
Yeah,
In fact, most of those winning years was closer by committee. So we didn't put all the emphasis on one guy. And we were very.
And Jax could fill that role as well.
Jax can fill that role. Mm-hmm. So I just think that this is a team that could quickly jump back into that AL East, contention.
I haven't been impressed with either one of the catchers. I think we could.
When have you been impressed with any of the Rays catchers over the last decade?
Gianna Navarro, that's about.
He's a good hitter.
Yeah. Actually, for one half a season anyway.
He was a pretty good little hitter.
Yeah,
but yeah, not.
Buster Posey. Oh wait, no, we didn't draft him.
That was almost FSU.
Yeah, we didn't draft him.
We didn't get him.
We had a chance.
Yeah,
but we passed.
I tell you what, that's been a contentious scenario.
Yeah, so we could upgrade a catching position.
Upgrade a catching position if it's available. That's where maybe you spend some money.
Mm-hmm.
There could possibly be some guys out there.
And then you got a squad.
You got to spend some money.
You get a squad.
You got a legit squad. No, the squad's legit, man. I still believe in Kevin Cash. There's a lot of people knocking him this year, especially about how he's managed the.
He's had a bad year. Can I say that? Because obviously, not all your decisions are going to work out. Now, he wasn't working with the best of talent. I get it. But he's done it before. I just, some years,
you still struggle with how much he's put Christopher Morel out there.
Oh, my God.
You have a problem that
How do you
penciled
how
in
do you put
Christopher
him?
Morel.
How do you
You're
put
like,
him?
he's managing that.
How do you put him in the cleanup position? Like that, and I mean, come on. Anyway,
I don't know what was going on.
how
For a
he's still
while, I
on
thought
this
they were
roster.
showcasing him.
Yeah.
But obviously it wasn't the case, or they couldn't find any suitors, which I'm not surprised they couldn't. But they sure were putting him out there a lot. In July and early August.
They were. I think we have a couple of comments here. Oh yes, 14-7. Let's go Iowa State.
There you go.
Daniel Rivera, good afternoon to you. I mentioned in Brody Brazil's video regarding the chop and told him that Ebor would be ready in 29. His response to me was it would be difficult timeline unless they started now. I'm not an expert on building stadiums. I know the Braves did it in less than 3 years. I know that USF's going to build theirs in less than 3 years. I think if you got started in early next year of 26, you could be ready early 29. It's 3 years.
The problem potentially with that is not the actual building time; it's the concessions by the municipalities.
Getting the deal done.
Right.
Getting the deal.
So it's not the actual physical building. I think they could build
it
within 3 years. So if you're
sale closes in September. It's not like they haven't been working on the stadium. They've been working on the stadium. They have a plan.
When you mean working on the stadium, you mean that they've been talking to the municipality.
They have a framework for it. So I think quickly after the sale, they're going to enter into the political process in Hillsborough County and start. And I think
you see any problems log jamming that?
It's a political process, so there's always going to be problems. But I think in general, the way
you've touched on it on your show,
the way Ken Hagan has explained it to me, the framework of it by special taxing districts, it's going to be very similar to what they did in Atlanta, which has been a humongous success for the municipality and the team from a revenue standpoint.
Sure.
And this group has said that they're going to pay up to 60%. For the stadium themselves. That's
number one.
The state, DeSantis is good friends with Zalewski.
Sure.
The state said they will pay for infrastructure, which in the Ebor Harbor area will be in that can be parking garages, that can be, that can be preparing the harbor, that area, getting the silo. Infrastructure is a big part of the cost. So then they can spend all their money on stadium stuff. They have deep pockets, so I think it's not going to be.
The third part is.
And developer. It's developers. So there's the special taxing district, the developers. It's a gold mine area right there.
Sure.
You put a baseball stadium there, you'll be able to sell condos for, 3, 4, 5 million a piece in that area. That's a huge part of it, as you know. It's a real estate play.
Yeah, of course it is. Any of those.
So Daryl Shaw already has the land available. Yeah. He wants to partner. He's been seeking a partnership with the Rays for quite some time in Ybor City. So, I think it lines up really, really well.
The question is the first two things I definitely agree with. There's no doubt that the ownership group has to come up with 60%, upwards of $1 billion.
Right.
Conceivably, they should have it. They can have it. Then the infrastructure, fine. It's that other 40%, only taxpayer money. The only thing that I
don't think it's going to be 40%. I think you got 60% from the team,
and then the
new owners. Developers, special taxing district can fill in a lot of that, and then just from bed tax money, you're talking, maybe $200 to $300 million.
Okay,
that's all you need. It's over 30 years. Over 30 years. That's not a lot of money.
And it can be done because you're a Bucks guru.
Yeah.
They're sitting there.
Yeah.
Doug Campbell just went and threw $250 million at redoing that. RJS is needing a redo,
and they haven't told the city yet what they want, and we don't. So we don't know what the number. So we don't know what the number is.
We don't know what the number. That's a little scary because you mean not only what the number might be, which let's be, I think it's going to be somewhere around $500 million.
Well, and if you look at something that's been done similar, would be the Miami Hard Rock Stadium. Ownership paid for most of that. Most of that was not that $450 million. I think
Did they really?
Yeah. Ownership paid for a lot of that, and the Bucks have said they're going to do a mixed-use project, which is very similar to what they're doing with Manchester United. Is building whole new Old Trafford. They're investing a lot in that because, if they can get the county land or it's around the stadium to build residential, and they also have a big chunk of real estate right there between their facility and RJS, which is where they could build more residential. So then the more money they put in, the more control they have over it. So
and the more the team is going to
it is, and Ken knows Ken Hagan. We're talking about. He knows what the numbers kind of can be, and I've asked him 50 times. Do you have enough money? The Lightning already have their money.
Right.
The Rays, they know what the Rays are probably going to need, and they know what the Bucks, ballpark, what's going to be available. So I think he says there's enough money for all of it to get done.
If that is being talked about and there is that enough the diversity, then there won't be a problem.
Yeah, there's a false narrative out there that the county and the city has to pay for everything.
Right.
No, that's not the case. When Stu Sternberg was involved, that was the case. But these are actual deep pocket people and owners that want to partner with the community, which Stu never wanted to do.
Right.
So most other places that are getting stadiums done now, it's a public-private partnership, just like it was in Atlanta. And a lot of that is user fees, because people buying beers.
Did you know that Atlanta, with the Battery, which is about 40 acres, had 9 million visitors to the Battery?
Yeah.
To the Battery.
Yeah.
Not to the games.
Yeah.
They had 2.5 million, in attendance. So that means 9 million people and an average of 3 hours a stay. So that's how they generated,
And that's per year.
Per year.
Oh,
by the way, 21% of the visitors to the Battery were from outside of the state.
See, that's huge money. That's money that's being brought into. I'll give you another thing.
So that's what can be done here.
When I was in Atlanta, our station was right across from where the Brave Stadium is now, in Cobb County. They had not built a new office building in Cobb County in 10 years. When the Braves announced there have been 15 new office buildings, low rise and high rise. That's new money that's coming in. And that has nothing to do with the area just around the stadium. That's just part of the development within the area.
Sure.
And the Braves' local revenue went up by $134 million in year one.
Wow.
And that's just 1 year. Local revenue.
Yeah.
Which they then put back into the team and won a World Series a year later.
Correct.
So that's the model. And the Braves had a great stadium, a beautiful stadium in South.
They really did.
But it just wasn't.
Field was pretty darn nice.
It was gorgeous. The Olympic Stadium that they turned into the Braves Stadium.
Yeah.
And it just, the location was terrible. Most of their fans were in the northern part.
Sure.
So what they did was they moved their stadium to where their fans are, built an entertainment zone around it, and it's been a humongous success on the field and off the field.
Everybody wants to mirror that, and I think
that's what they want to do.
Not just MLB, but I think all stadiums, even current and future. For example, right now, the Mets owner,
Steve Cohen,
Mr. Multi-billionaire, has bought up all the land around Citi Field, and he's planning to do an expansive.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's just that makes a lot of sense, and it's making a lot of dollars.
And meanwhile, we're spending $60 to $75 million to refurbish the Trop.
Right. Well,
for 3 years.
Well,
and that's just to repair it. City then has to pay about a $6 million premium per year for insurance on it.
Right.
And of course, we have to get through the build as we put up these roof panels in the middle of.
So I heard an hypothetical. I'm going to throw this hypothetical at you and give you your take. And I know where your take is most likely going to be. But I heard a hypothetical.
I'm going to need a drink on this one.
Yeah, take a sip of the cerveza before you do that.
Hot cerveza, por favor.
The hypothetical was, how about the new ownership putting in $150 million, the city putting in $150 million, and the county putting $150 million, $450 to redo the Trop really, really well. Okay, at a massive, Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, or how they did in Toronto with the dome over there, and then be able to play there for a longer stretch of time in order to have enough time to truly build a new stadium.
I think it's a horrible idea.
I think it's terrible, but that's been bandied out there.
I mean, because what you're doing now is you're taking 150 million that you could spend on a new stadium, and yeah,
no, I agree with you.
I think, look, it's a reality that they're going to have to play into Trop for 3 years.
Yeah,
it sucks, and plenty of blame to go around. Right, exactly. There's plenty of blame to go around on, but it's a bad situation. Now, as I've said many times, we never should have got here.
Right.
Any other owner would have built that stadium in Tampa 5 years ago, because you should have had more urgency, knowing that the Trop was 10 years past its life. Sure. You should have known that the roof was 10 years past its life. Every year you were doing this, but every year a deal was on the table, and you didn't want to pay half. But also, and I've said that during this, we got to get out of the Trop. It's past its prime, right. But you know why Stu had no risk. He knew that he wasn't paying the insurance. 100%. He knew if something happened to that building, the city had to pay for it. We just had Richie Floyd on last week talking about the maintenance cost on that building alone. Yeah. Every year just went up and up and up.
Yeah, they were making no money on that one.
Oh, they're losing money. Yeah. They were losing tons of money. Yeah. But Stu didn't care. He didn't have to pay that.
He was making money.
He's making money hand over fist. That's why he had no urgency to leave.
The parking.
Yeah. He was making. He wasn't paying rent. Didn't have to pay for security. Didn't have to pay. The city was on the hook for all that stuff from the original deal. So for him, it was like, all the risk was on the city. Correct. He knew that, so he didn't care. But that's why Rick Kreisman, the mayor, was like, we got to get out of this thing and get out of it now, because this could turn really bad. If something were to happen to this building, we're on the hook for the rest of this lease. That's why he wanted to let them go to Hillsborough County.
Sure.
And nobody listened to him. Nobody, and that was. And for Stu, it was like, I don't care. I'm not risking anything. No, I'm just making money. And that's why we're here.
I want a sweetheart deal.
And that's why we're here.
Right.
So it's never been a good situation for the city, and it just got worse.
Still 7-7.
No, it's actually 14-7. It went to 14-7.
Is it 14-7?
Yeah. Check.
Oh, no, it's 14-14.
Oh, it's 14-14.
Holy cow.
Oh, no. 13:02 left in the fourth. Okay, come on, Rocco.
You need Rocco to step out.
Come on, Rocco. That's a heck of a game right there, and that's a big game in the Big 12.
9 for 21 with 119. And
that's not his best game. Yeah. I know he's got one touchdown. Did he throw another? He's got two now. Yeah, it's a sloppy game, sloppy field, and that field is not necessarily made for football.
No,
it's made for.
And is it not
rugby?
So
rugby and soccer.
So inclement weather is not
Gaelic football.
Yeah.
Ever seen Gaelic football?
No, I can't.
Oh, bro.
Is that like a rugby mix?
Yeah. A man of your international stature has never seen Gaelic football?
Yeah, no.
It's a mix of rugby and football. It's crazy.
But aggressive.
Oh, God. No pads, just lunacy. That stadium, they play it there, but they also play it in Crook Park, in another bigger stadium they have in Dublin. Put 90,000 people in there.
Holy shit.
The drunk Irish people watching these guys smash into each other. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. So it's a bit of a sloppy field, but a big game. I mean, whoever wins this game has the inside track to the Big 12 championship game.
Wow!
Right off the bat, huge game.
Hey, did you see the news that the SEC put out as far
as 9 games,
the 9-game deal,
9-game schedule? That's huge.
One, has to be a big boy. Out of conference scenario. Your thoughts on that?
I think it was long overdue.
Yeah,
I think it was long overdue. And now with a 12-team playoff probably going to 16, that means
they were just protecting their scenario.
Yeah, that means that ACC teams with 3 losses can get into the playoffs.
Right.
So with 16 teams in, and that's the way it should be.
It's the competition they're playing.
Yeah, absolutely, and allows them to schedule. And we get more games. I'm tired of seeing Alabama, Florida playing Long Island University. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. We want to see real games. But the reason they had to schedule those is because you didn't want to schedule somebody that might beat you and keep you out of the playoffs.
Sure.
Non-conference. And of course, Florida State and Florida play every year. Florida's scheduled aggressively out of conference. They've done a really good job of that. Yeah, I mean, their schedule last year and this year is ridiculous. The out of conference, they're playing Florida State. I think they have another top 25 game they're playing as well. So they're playing USF, which is not a cupcake. It's not a cupcake, but yeah. So
How many
that's
games?
good.
Out of
That's
curiosity,
good.
how many games does Notre Dame play against SEC?
It varies year to year. It varies year to
But
year.
they get one or two.
Yeah. B says you're dressed like a minor league umpire.
I do. This kind of does look like an umpire.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what's good is you gotta love my Star Wars.
Yeah, look at that hat.
Come on.
That is so cool.
How cool is that?
Explain.
Not everybody.
You got the good and the evil there, right?
It's the yin and the yang, baby. You got Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. So don't mess with me, okay? Anyway, who was it? What was his name?
What?
The guy who just said it looked like a
B. B. He's kind of an asshole.
B? No.
He's just got out of jail.
Threw him out of there. I just threw him out.
Threw him out. You're out of the chat.
Yeah,
Here, let me throw him out.
No, I'm not on you. In Spanish.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You need to go outside and come back in and start all over.
Globally Visual says, "Hey JP, this is Oliver. How come the game times for today got moved around?" Oh well, the Bucks. You mean for the Bucks? Bucks play at 7 tonight, and the Dolphins are playing at 4. I know they moved the Rays game. The Rays were supposed to play today. They played Thursday instead of
they against them completely off.
Yeah, and it's funny because the Rays were supposed to have a day off Thursday, and they played, but they actually took the day off.
Oh snap!
Yeah, they did not come to play.
They came to play yesterday.
He says, "Funny thing, JP, businessmen like to make money." About Stu. Yeah, well, the funny thing is, if you want to make money, go to the stock market.
That's an interesting topic. Exactly.
You want to make money, Stu, go to the stock market. You don't you want to buy a baseball team. I don't mind you making some money, but you have since you're using public money and using a public stadium and the public's chipping in for all that, then you have a responsibility to the public to spend that money that you're making and put it back into the team like you said you always would, but you lied about you didn't do that.
Right.
So I don't mind you making a little bit of money, but you also have to put the money back into the team. That's what sportsmen do. Sportsmen are supposed to own franchises, not money-grubbing people that are just out to make every last penny. If that's what you're out for, go stay in the stock market. Go back to Goldman Sachs. That's not being a sportsman. That's not being an owner. Owners are big money people, the good ones, like the Glazers, like Jeffrey Vinnick, who put the money back into the team and put it back into the community and partner with the community, not the way Stu.
And ironically, if 6 years ago, if he would have ponied up the extra $250, and that stadium
over 30 years,
they'd be already in it, kicking ass. The value of the team could be well over $2 billion.
Absolutely.
So
if you had a downtown,
he wasn't going to lose by throwing. It's not like you got $1 million house, but you put in $200,000 in landscaping and fixing your house, and you sell it for 1.2. So it didn't make any sense. No, it's putting $200,000, but then you sold the house for $2 million because you brought it up.
Well, let's just play. Let's just play
that thought process. I don't agree with how he was playing this. I'd rather just take in the money year in and year out.
Let's play it through. So his portion of that Tampa deal was $450 million.
Correct.
Okay.
He committed. He 200.
Yeah. Part of the deal was he was going to be allowed to sell the naming rights.
Correct.
Over 30 years.
Right.
Which, if you look at comparable deals like Atlanta at the time,
20-30 million a year.
That would have been worth 20 to 30 million.
Correct.
That would have paid for the stadium right there. Boom.
At the same time, he was coming up. He was coming into a new FSN deal.
Right.
With Valley,
$85 million a year, which he took most of that up front, $450 million.
So he's always been about a cash.
So had he done it then, he would have been in the new stadium,
correct,
making way more money because that would have been a lot more premium seating in that new stadium, luxury boxes, premium seating. You'd have been making more money year to year.
100%.
And if you were going to sell now, how much would that have sold for if he doubled his local revenues in ticket sales because he was in Tampa?
Well over $2 billion.
Well, he would have made so much more on the sale.
really don't understand it. And then on the flip side, so you're playing this game where you're
So it was a bad decision.
It was a bad decision.
Horrible decision.
So then you decide to pocket the money year in and year out, roughly around 100, 125 million, instead of putting back. Not to mention, like you said, putting back in the community. The thing that really irks me.
And he could have actually paid off his partners, who ended up suing him, and then wouldn't have to pay this huge penalty that he just had. Another bad. He's not that good a businessman, when you think about it.
But he's still going to walk away with hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, what really is upsetting, we've seen that numerous times. Silver with the Clippers, ended up selling for $2 billion, and he had bought it for less than $1 billion. Regardless, what really irks is when you look at ownership over the years, especially since Joe Glazer took over after Daddy passed away, who was a more difficult man.
All the Glazer children,
the Glazer children have done a phenomenal job, not only with the team spending money, trying to win year in and year out, but in the community and building hospitals and building centers and giving back. Vinnick, don't even have to,
unbelievable.
He's been unbelievable.
Unbelievable. 50,000 a game.
50,000 a game. Built the hospital for USF.
Yeah.
You can even go to the late great George Steinbrenner, who built, high schools and gave back to USF, and he didn't even own a team here in this town.
Yeah.
Where does when Stuart Sternberg leaves this area, whenever that ends up happening, where's
the Sternberg Children's Hospital?
Yeah, where's the Sternberg Children's Hospital? Where's the Mecca place that he put several $1 million into? That's really the upsetting thing. You know, when Habitat for Humanity, that you build one house and you're promoting that, year in and year out.
The legacy. I think there's to be a Sternberg playground
the
for
legacy,
skateboarders.
The curious thing in the legacy is winning.
Two drinking fountains and
no, but I mean, when you look at it, but then everybody looks at it. But look how many games we won, how many times we went to the playoffs ever since 2008, et cetera, et cetera.
There's more to it than that.
But there's more to it than that. A major league franchise, when I say major league franchise, not just baseball, but football, basketball, hockey, baseball, is about the community.
Yes.
And if you don't take that job on, so to speak, then you're right. Then you're just basically about ROI.
The first thing that Tony Dungy said to his players when he got the job in Tampa is, "We're going to win in the community, and then we're going to win on the field."
How about that?
And all the players, like Derek Brooks tells this story all the time. They're all like, "Huh? How does that work?"
Wait.
And it does. It sounds counterintuitive.
You have to practice winning in the community.
Yeah.
By that, I mean you have to get out there and do things and put your money where your mouth is.
And in a general sense, it was more about, don't make it about yourself.
Yeah.
Make it about the team. Make it about the community. Make it about something bigger than yourself, and we will win.
But I will tell you one more thing,
and he's 100% right.
From quasi bashing Stu and stuff.
That's what we do on this show.
Yeah, but the reason I believe that a lot of this situation came about, and he kind of took advantage of it, is down south of here, he had a precedence of what Jeffrey Loria did. So when Loria was able to dupe my original hometown, because really my home now has been Tampa for over 30 years, but where I grew up where I was an original Marlin and helped develop baseball in Florida, he duped the municipalities over there. And I think he thought, and he thought until now, and by that being Stu, that he could take a page out of what Gloria did.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
On the build out of that $1.3 billion beautiful stadium, by the way. And he's like, no, they got to come to me. I'm baseball. Right. I'm the owner of this team. And that's where the chasm hit, because this municipalities.
Well, that was the problem. Stu idolized what Loria did. Idolized it instead of idolizing what Jeff Bingham did.
Exactly.
You picked the wrong role model, because Jeffrey Loria will be forever vilified.
What do you think Lightning be worth in the annals of comparatively to all the hockey franchises around there?
Well, he sold it for
a big chunk of
it. $2 billion, I think it was.
But he's still the majority.
Well, he won't be in 3 years.
Oh, okay.
But or 2 years now. Yeah. So yeah, but it was a huge windfall for him, and he bought it for I think 200 million.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not just what the hockey team; it's what he built around it, and built around the community supporting it. I mean, that was that $50,000 grant was the greatest PR move in history, in my opinion. Incredible. And what did he get back? 375 consecutive sellouts. That's what he got back. Pretty good investment.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good investment.
And still enough money to put a quality product year in and year out.
Yep. Yeah, and build and rebuild all of downtown.
By the way,
let's put a $3 billion investment
by
into
the
water.
way, community wise, he must have been in the audience of the Tony Dungy.
Oh yeah.
When Coach Dungy said that, because I'll tell you firsthand, having been representing the Marlins over the years, the Rays over the years at schools and different events, I would go to a school and they tell me, no, the Lightning were just here. And I would just like me, no, not just that. No, hold on, because that's fine. Because the Bucks has been there, et cetera. We all go to the same schools or, make our rounds. But the difference was I was there and I was talking to a third grade class, or third grade,
right?
Maybe 300 kids. And I had little giveaway. These guys would come in and give the whole school swag.
Hockey sticks
and little pucks and stuff. And I'm like going, I don't have all that. They didn't give me that. They didn't allocate me to give the whole
The promotional budget was a little thin.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids are like,
What'd you bring us?
Baseball's not going to be enough. This little baseball. So, by the way, this baseball is kind of cool. This is a baseball, the Tampa Baseball Museum.
How cool is that?
An easy prop.
Yeah.
And I was just there along with Mike Heath, former All-Star catcher.
Yeah.
And Honorable Judge Robin Fuson, who also played and was a pitcher in the big leagues, and another local hero, John Tamargo,
former FSU player.
We were there for the for Al Lopez's birthday, and we had a great event.
The tradition of baseball in Tampa Bay
phenomenal.
Is, I think,
and needs to be.
I don't want to say second to none. Yeah. And this is what we've been waiting for. And these guys that are coming in, Zalewski obviously is a Jacksonville guy, but there's a large group. Dan Doyle, Fred Ridley, who grew up in Tampa, U.S. amateur champion, All-American, Florida Gator, Almacia member.
In this group.
Yeah, Florida State Hall of Fame. He's not Florida State Seminoles, but the state of Florida Hall of Fame. Yeah. He's just the best of the best, and they all have Tampa Bay and Tampa specifically as where the
excitement.
It's going to be awesome.
Moving forward, once you can break off from that scenario, what it's been.
Mm-hmm.
You don't change. I don't mess with the player development,
and they're not going to
ops. The player operations.
If Neander wants to stay, they want him to stay.
Wants to stay. I would tie him up for 6 years.
If Cash wants to stay,
how good he is.
Yeah.
I keep Kevin Cash. I keep all of that network. It's
just give them more to work with.
Of the operations.
Now, the future of this franchise is incredibly bright because of this community and how much this community loves baseball.
Yeah,
and that's the truth.
Once marketed,
we're finally going to do it right. We're going to have good owners with deep pockets and a stadium in the middle of the market.
Yes.
No disrespect to St. Pete. We love St. Pete.
No, at all.
It's just a bad place for a baseball stadium.
Yeah. Well,
you got to have it in the middle of the market. We all know that. And so we're finally going to do it right. Like Miami, they've done it wrong the whole time. They've never, with the exception of Huizenga, who won a couple of World Series, they've never had good ownership.
Well, only won one. Actually, Loria snuck in one.
That's right, yeah.
But then he just sold the farm after. What Loria
but their stadium situation has always been horrible. They built a great stadium in a bad location, in my opinion.
In a wrong location.
And so we've had a bad stadium in a bad location and two terrible owners. And so now we're going to finally have it in the right location with a great ownership group. Let's see how we do. Yeah. I have a really good feeling about this. That it's going to be, if you can build a hockey market, nobody grew up, playing hockey except for the last 20 years since the Lightning got popular. Yeah. Before that, everybody played baseball.
Of course.
Little League
Baseball,
is huge
football.
here.
Yeah.
Football as well. So, but we love baseball. And all the people that you just mentioned at the museum. And I mean, we start reeling off Hall of Famers, McGriff and Boggs and Tino.
And I'm from Miami, and in fact, I spoke at that event, and I did say this. I go, listen, I've been in and out of Tampa Bay for over 30 years, but I'm a Miami-raised kid, played for the Marlins, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm talking about, I came from an era of the 80s, with Jose and Ozzie Canseco, Rafi Palmeiro,
Alex
Danny
Rodriguez.
Alex in the 90s.
Yeah,
Alex was later. I'm just talking about the 80s.
Yeah.
The Andre Dawsons, Charlie Huff. I mean, phenomenal, right? But here, per capita in the Tampa Bay area, it's
insane.
It's insane, man. And the love and the history that is, the baseball goes back to the early 1900s. It trumps Miami in that sense. So I just think that it needs to be better represented.
Yep.
And
we need to do it the right way.
Bring back Wade Boggs. Bring back, Tino Martinez. Bring back Freddie McGriff.
Yeah, which
bring back Dave Magadan. Yeah. And little shots in periods of time, they've had them involved.
No, but make them part of the Rays family.
Massively. Bring back Lou Piniella and truly ingratiate yourself with the history 100%. That is. Yeah, so
it's not hard to do.
No doubt.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to try to get old Mr. Hurricane.
Yeah.
Mike Murphy over here.
Oh, we got to get Mike over here.
Miami football.
Yeah, I'll step away from that.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. By the way, we're down here at Genesis of Tampa. That's at 801 East Bears, just off of 275. Ashley's bringing me beer.
Holy cow!
We're gonna have miso. We're gonna have miso here in a little bit. We get some miso, all kinds of fun. So you can do it too. Come on down here and join us. Free food, free beverages, and see these incredible cars they have here at Genesis of Tampa. We'll be back in a little bit.
Although it may seem tempting to go without health care insurance, the financial risk far outweighs the gain you may experience. For example, did you know if you simply broke your leg, it could cost you nearly $7,500? Put on top of that a hospital stay, you could be looking at $10,000 to $15,000. Ensuring that you don't go uncovered is so important, as according to CNBC, high medical bills are the highest contributing factor to why Americans end up taking money out of their retirement savings, or worse, find themselves filing bankruptcy. So go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. Now, depending on your income, you can get plans for zero premium. Our experts will guide you through the process effortlessly. They will shop many plans and find the one that's right for you. I called and I have full health coverage through Florida Blue for zero monthly premium. It's a free call. So why go uncovered? It's a huge risk. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucks on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles! 813-877-7799 or go to italianoinsurance.com. JP here for Riveters, our new official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. And just like our show, no BS, no corporate chain feel, just amazing, authentic folks serving great comfort food in a casual atmosphere at unheard of prices. Riveters is located just south of Raymond James and Steinbrenner Field on Dale Mabry, walking distance to the park, so free parking, great place for pregame and postgame. Let's talk about fresh food. Nothing is frozen. Burgers, wings, prime rib, roasted fresh daily, never frozen. That makes a huge difference. The mahi, the salmon, also super fresh. All our sauces are original recipes made in-house. Our Warhawk chili and fully loaded potato soup is made fresh in-house. It's the best food anywhere, served by people who actually care. Riveters on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of where the Bucks and Rays play. We'll see you there. Are you looking to renovate your home, rebuild after the hurricanes, or build your dream home from scratch? Well, let me tell you about my friend Jason Fawcett and On-Site Construction. They have over 1,450 satisfied clients, 25 years of experience, over 500 designs, and a talented team of over 40 construction professionals. They believe building something exceptional begins by truly focusing on all the details, even the smallest ones. We understand that construction can be a daunting process, and we're here to make it as smooth and stress-free as possible. Quality is non-negotiable at On-Site Construction. We use the finest materials, employ the most skilled tradespeople, and adhere to the highest industry standards to deliver a product we're proud of and that you're going to love. Our project management is meticulous with a focus on completing projects on time and on budget. Your happiness is our primary driver. So give us a call at 813-579-5789 or check out our incredible website at onsiteconstructionfl.com. Are you having legal issues with a business partner or other legal business issues? The attorneys at Walters, Levine, and DeGrave can help. Call 800-616-0384 for a free consultation. At Walters, Levine, and DeGrave, we've redefined what a law firm can be with top-tier attorneys, personal service, and 26 years of success. From business law to civil litigation, we deliver smart, client-focused solutions. Walters, Levine, and DeGrave recently won a $6.4 million jury verdict from a large real estate developer, and they can win for you too. Walters, Levine, and DeGrave. Let's solve it together. Not attorney spokesman. For a free consultation, call 800-616-0384 or go to walterslevine.com. Offices Tampa, Sarasota.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the show here. We're coming to you live from Genesis of Tampa. Beautiful new dealership here on 801 East Bears. And come on down, we got free food. You guys giving me free Korean beer, which I love. Yeah. I love.
It's
How
awesome.
are you, Emma?
Good, good.
So tell me a little bit about, I owned a Genesis about 6 years ago. I had a Lexus, and I had a really nice Mercedes, which I ran. And then I got into a Genesis, and I was like, this is better than my Mercedes by a far cry. And I paid roughly about half what I paid for my Mercedes. It was honestly the best car I've ever owned. It's fantastic. And this is a whole new line of Genesis, right?
They're awesome. The whole new line. Without saying anything bad about the Mercedes, every little details for years. I've always, whenever a guest comes, I have to put my hand across on the passenger side to pull the seat forward. Now there's just a button on the side you can touch and the seat will come forward. It's the little details, redefining luxury, and we're learning the product ourselves, right? We just opened this dealership, but the GV80s, the GV70s, smooth body line, interior awesome, and the drive is awesome, whether you buy the 2.5 or the 3.5.
That's what I found surprising. The Mercedes is not a bad Mercedes, but it's the ultimate. That drivability of the Mercedes is what they're always all about. BMW as well, but the Genesis was better. It was better, and it was a more solid car, and I was surprised by that.
And I'm glad.
What part of it, but the engineering makes it that way?
It just from the tires, they know which one to put low profile tires on, which one not to. Even the 2.5, it's not sluggish. Some people say that, but you put it in sports mode, it gets up and goes.
That's all you need, really. Yeah. But you want the 3.5? By all
means.
No,
we won't say no.
But the 2.5 is all you need. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
So talk a little bit more about the details of the cars that you like.
I mean,
luxury inside. Like when I get into it, I'm like, it just blows me away.
Yeah.
The technology, but I don't know the inner details of it. All I know is it looks good and it feels great. And it feels incredibly luxurious.
It is. I mean, I'll share you one little detail that I was mind blowing. And many guests would use it, and I know I would. If you leave your key at home, you can program with your finger for you and your significant other, and all you have to do is put your finger on it, get up and drive. So you can program your seats, your presets on your radio, and also drive away. Now, if you're gonna go get a valet, you probably will have a struggle there. But if you can't find your keys in the house and you really have to go, I think that's an awesome feature. In tight areas, you can have it come out and park the car. That's pretty awesome feature. A lot of times you're at a grocery store. when I parked, there was no car next to me. Now there is. It's very tight. You just press the button on the key fob, and it'll pull it out for you, and it'll pull it in as well.
Incredible.
Like,
tell me a little bit about the pricing of the Genesis. Where does it rank in some of the other luxury cars? It's not my experience that
I think it's
significantly less.
Yeah, I think you can easily save 15-20% from luxury easily. And the leases are awesome, $379, $399 for 3 years, 10 to 12,000 miles per year, and it kind of covers everything. You have
Wait, how much?
$379, $399
For what?
GV70.
It's a G70.
Yeah,
I can get a G70. That's more than I'm paying right now, or less than I'm paying right now for a 6-year-old BMW.
we can talk after the show. We can make a deal.
I think we're gonna make a deal.
And the best thing about it, it covers all your maintenance. We have free valet pickup, VIP.
Tell me about, and this is the Murphy Auto Group.
Yep.
Tell me about that.
So basically, if you're driving a G70 or GV70 or G80, we'll drop off a similar model, pick up yours. You get the car to drive all day.
I don't even have to come to the dealership.
Nope. Actually,
You'll come to me.
we actually encourage that.
You don't want to see me.
Yeah, no, until we build our new building.
Right.
We'll come to your house, and we'll continue doing that even when we build a new building. But right now, we've done about 24 of them. So, it's been pretty awesome.
So you need service done to your car. You don't have to leave the house.
You don't have to.
You'll bring me the loaner, take my car away, and then.
Yeah. And we have a certain mile radius, which we advertise on our website. But we've gone all the way far out as at Orlando.
Really?
Yeah.
And then tell me about the maintenance package too.
So it basically covers all your maintenance for 3 years. So if you're on a lease for 3 years, all you're putting is gas in it. You're covered under the warranty. And let's say you want to buy the lease out at the end of 3 years. We give you a 250,000-mile warranty, Murphy Auto Group, so you're covered there too. A lot of 250,000 mile.
250,000. I just did the math on that.
Yep.
Wow. So then that comes with the car that
you purchased from Murphy Auto Group.
Wow. I think we're doing a giveaway.
Yeah, we are.
Emron, thanks so much.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Let's get the deal done.
We'll make it happen.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back to the other side.
From I do to I still do, the Golden Diamond Source is there for every special moment in your lives and mine. JP here for the Golden Diamond Source. I bought my engagement ring there, and so did my co-host Nick. Great experience. And no matter what your budget is, they will guide you from your first diamond purchase to upgrading your Golden Diamond Source diamond at 100% of its value for a bigger, better diamond. That's awesome. 100% of your diamond's value. You can't get that anywhere else. Enjoy their beautiful, relaxing bridal salon and select from the most extensive collection of diamond engagement rings, anniversary rings, and wedding bands. Julie and Steve Weintraub have always told me that they want to be your family jeweler, and that has been true for me, from special presents like birthstone pendants, tennis bracelets, even diamond studs. They have it all in one place. So if you want her to say I do or I still do, be sure to choose a diamond from the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Getting old is inevitable, but feeling and looking old is avoidable. If you're feeling run down, your workout sucks, or your sexual libido is not what it used to be, check out Bay Area Modern Medical Center. That happened to me a few years ago, and I found out I had the testosterone level of a second-grade girl. That's not good. Our food, environment, and stress can cause your T levels to drop. Bay Area Modern Medical Center can help, and they are different. They offer customized hormone replacement for both men and women. Christopher Lugo and his medical staff can help you restore your energy, your sex drive, and your feelings of well-being. It was a total game changer for me. I have way more energy, lost 30 pounds, and I'm performing better in all areas of my life. Nobody wants to talk about sexual health, but it's key to a balanced life. We offer discreet treatments with real-world results. So if you're suffering from a lack of interest in sex, ED, or lack of sexual stamina, Dr. Lugo and his staff can help. Take your health care to the next level at Bay Area Modern Medical Center, 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com. JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man Scott Jeeves, who lives right here and has long been a highly respected member of our community. He's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Riverwalk. Jeeves Law Group is also a proud sponsor of our Grand Central District in St. Pete and has neighborhood events throughout the year. He has an office on Central Avenue in St. Pete and one on South Howard in Tampa. You can't get more local than that. So when you need an attorney, you're going to hire some huge firm that advertises all over the state or the one that supports your favorite sports show. It's the Jeeves Law Group. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. For personal injury and personal attention, call us for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. With this record heat in Tampa Bay, you better have your AC unit running at peak efficiency. Third Generation Plumbing installs the best American standard AC units. Our split systems offer the highest efficiency available while reducing energy bills and maximizing comfort. That's why Third Generation Plumbing trusts American standard air conditioning, built to last, made to perform. Whether it's a new install or an emergency repair, our family-owned team brings 3 generations of trusted service to your home, now with the unmatched reliability of American standard. Plumbing or cooling, we've got Tampa covered. Call Third Generation Plumbing today, 813-961-8024, or go to thirdgenerationplumbing.com. And we also do AC.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Let's go. Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Oh, welcome back. Got me in mid-bite. your food's going right in front of the camera. You see that? Good. Welcome back, Genesis of Tampa. We're doing our grand opening here today. And we just gave away a brand new GBA, the SUV, right? Oh my God, beautiful car! Wow, that's a great car. If you're looking for a SUV, a luxury SUV, phenomenal. They just gave one away. Mike Murphy's going to join us here in a little bit. By the way, update: Iowa State up 24-21 now. Rocco just ran one in, so 2:26 left. 4th and 3, so it looks like Kansas State might get. They're at the KSU 16, so they're either going to score or give up that. So yeah, if they get 3, 27-21, and Kansas State should have some time left to get the ball. Right now, Iowa State leading 24-21. The Fighting Rocco Becks. Sorry, Scott. Big Kansas State guy, but we're probably rooting. Wow, I got my money on Iowa State. A money line bet. Took Anthony Beck's advice on that one. All right, so real quick, Buccaneers tonight at 7:30 against the Buffalo Bills. No starters for either team. We're told Josh Allen's not going to play. No starters for the Buccaneers. But I think very much so the backup quarterback job is still very much up for grabs. Is it going to be Kyle Trask? Is it going to be Teddy Bridgewater? My thought that Teddy's going to probably eventually win this job. He played really well last week, obviously, with a
Want to get in the picture?
Come on.
Wait, where's the camera?
Camera's one there, and then there's one there. There's two cameras.
Abby's gonna be so excited to see you.
We'll have you say a couple of words and tell you, and you'll have to explain why you're a Dodger fan in Tampa.
We're back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Here, man.
Jameson.
Hold that. Just hold it.
Okay.
Why are you not playing the Little League World Series right now?
Cause I play travel ball. I play
You
for
play
USA
travel ball?
Prime.
Yeah. Your team didn't make it?
No, it's travel ball. You have to play in Little League.
Oh,
Travel ball.
so what is that? Okay.
It's perfect game, which is a tournament.
He's legit. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like a tournament like GSA and U-Trip, but it's like the next one above them.
You a baller?
Yeah.
What do you play?
What do you mean? Oh, I'm a catcher.
Catcher?
Yeah.
Oh,
Rays
Rays could
need
use
a
a catcher.
catcher in the future.
Yeah, we definitely need
You've
a
been
catcher.
struggling for the last decade with no catcher.
Right-handed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I was a switch hitter because I heard they
Well,
get.
you're young. I
Yeah.
was a switch hitter.
JP,
I was a switch hitter.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Ask him who his favorite team is. This
Well, you
Tampa,
just
this
did.
Tampa kid. Oh, you just said it?
Who's your favorite team?
LA Dodgers.
What the? How can you be a Dodger
It's
fan?
because
and
the
live in
Rays
Tampa Bay?
they fell apart,
The
man.
Rays fell apart. So, when you used to be a Rays fan, when we
Yeah,
were good?
but they fell apart.
Like, so if your
They're
team,
still my second favorite team
if your
though.
team falls by the wayside, you jump ship. Come on, what do we do?
Okay,
Wow. Where's mom? Where's mom?
Wait,
we don't talk about that, okay?
When he loses one of those weekend games, is he done with
Right.
it?
no, I still like my team.
Okay.
I still like the Rays, but like I like the
Right now,
Dodgers.
they're just
Right now, yeah. Right now they're struggling.
I get you. Junior
Oh, nah, probably Randy.
Who?
Randy until he left.
Randy Rosarena was
Yeah.
your favorite player?
Until he left.
He's a
Until he
Dodger.
left. No, until he left.
No, but who's your favorite Dodger player?
Who's my favorite Dodger player?
Will
Joe
Smith.
Mookie.
Mookie. Love me some Mookie.
Love Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite race player?
I don't really have one at the time.
You don't really have one? Because they come and go so fast.
You know what? That hurts, but it's so true.
It's yeah, what Randy used to be his favorite player. Right. Randy's not here anymore. That's all right. Now, did you like the Trop when the Trop was open?
Huh?
Did you like Tropicana Field? Did you go to any games?
Oh yeah, I've gone to many games.
Yeah. How'd you like a new stadium in Tampa?
I haven't seen that one yet.
You haven't been to a game in Tampa?
Steinbrenner.
How about if we build a new one in Tampa? Right on the water.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that
That'll
would be
bring you
cool.
back. That'll bring you back to the Rays fold.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's got a price. I
You
like
got
that.
a price.
It's got a
New
price.
stadium, 1.3 billion.
Yeah. Throw in a few dollars.
I have to throw in a few dollars.
Yeah. This is a community effort.
$5 of your lunch money. That's all we need.
But I don't.
$5. Pass it out.
I have to pay $5 for them to build a new field.
Mom and Dad are in.
With that are in.
Yeah.
So we got you down for $5. Okay.
You're writing that down.
$1,007,555 short.
I thought it was 1 billion. I thought it was a billion.
It's a billion. Yeah, it's a billion. Probably 7. Yeah. But that's right. We're gonna get there. We got you for $5.
$5 less.
$5. Then we'll get a bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Let me ask you a question. What's your favorite? I'm assuming you play other sports.
I can't. I have too many concussions for football.
Okay.
I don't really like soccer.
You're not into basketball.
No.
So what's your favorite thing about baseball?
Just the sport in general.
General sport?
Yeah.
All right.
And catching.
Do you know that catching is basically the quarterback of baseball?
Yeah.
So they're usually the smartest guys?
Yeah.
All right. Are you
I
pretty
am
smart?
pretty smart. Yeah.
You call all the pitches?
Huh?
You call all the pitches?
Yeah.
All right, Jameson. Thanks, buddy.
Dude,
Thanks for coming
we're
on.
going to keep this.
Thank you.
And about 12 years from now, we're going to show it to you when you're in the big league.
I got you down for $5. All right.
How old are you now?
$5.
Yeah, that's about right.
Stu's watching this and he's like, why didn't I think of that revenue stream?
Get the kids to play the fight.
That's the Little League. could have had my stadium by now. Could have had my stadium by now. So quick update on Bucks tonight. It's 7:30 start for the Buccaneers against the Bills. No starters playing. I think Kyle Trask is going to get to start. Bridgewater is probably going to play a little bit. So a bit of still a competition for the backup quarterback spot. Chris Braswell will probably play a lot tonight. Want to see him affect the game. Had a nice sack last week, but he needs to step up. I think if they don't see that, you might see them signing a Jadeveon Clowney or someone like that this week, looking for a experienced player.
Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, Jadeveon Clowney. He's out there on the market.
On the market.
Bucks, I think if Chris Braswell doesn't step up and show something tonight, because he'll be playing against backups.
I mean, tonight is showtime for these guys trying to make the team, right?
Sanders,
yeah.
I'd like to see something from him. Any of those, Jacob Harris has definitely made the team. You probably got about 42 to 43 guys that are solid, and so tonight's going to be the difference. Maybe I think backup quarterback is still up for grabs.
No doubt.
Bridgewater.
The 2-3.
We want to see Braswell, some offensive linemen. There's some battles there to make the team. But
and then the fight also ends up becoming tonight like a situation of like who's going to be on the team and who's going to be on the practice squad. Is basically that, or fully released.
Two inside linebackers that are Bullock and Action Jackson, Dick Jackson. I think one of those guys makes the 53. The other guy goes to.
Does veteran? Because obviously the way that the salary cap with the NFL is, you get paid a certain amount for having years in, et cetera, et cetera. So you get a situation where Light has to kind of like play the, well, I'm going to put this guy in the practice squad. Well, no, but a veteran guy on a practice squad, then.
Yeah, so like Sterling Shepard,
Shepard's an example, right?
On the 53, you got to guarantee his
correct.
Salary, which I don't think the Bucs would have a hard time doing. Right. If Sterling Shepard makes it, and he should make this team with Godwin down and J-Mac down.
Right.
I think Sterling Shepard makes it. I'd put him on the 53. I'm not messing around with the practice squad.
Practice squad is in order to kind of bring his salary down.
Number 3 receiver.
Realistically.
Yeah, you got Evans, Abuka, and to me, he's
what about Tez?
Tez is young. He's learning.
He had a big snafu. Yeah.
Nice 37-yard punt return, which you love to see, and then he dropped one or didn't drop one, just made a bad decision.
Just a bad decision.
Which, I said this earlier this week. I love to see stuff like that in preseason.
Yeah.
Because he learned in a real way how bad you can F your
I heard
by doing something stupid like that.
I heard. Tell me if I'm wrong. That Bowles told him, "Well, you got it out of the way."
Exactly. No, it's a great thing because it doesn't count.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. But he felt the ramifications of it.
I remember spring trainings, man, when you had certain at bats and you're trying to make a club. That those games don't count, but
but what I'm saying is that's a mistake that he may have made in the regular season.
Gotcha.
And now that he's already done it in the preseason, he got all the shit for it.
Yeah.
Because trust me, when he went back to the sideline and then in films,
his wide receiver coach,
special teams, and so he understands now that you cannot do something stupid like that. He will not make that mistake again. He learned that it didn't cost us anything.
Right. How do you see the Bucks? Not only overall, because I think they're somewhat being underrated a little bit.
2 months ago, they were undervalued.
Right.
But I think
everybody is starting to step up.
When the analysts start really digging in,
and
looking at the team, looking at the roster, now everybody's like, they're good.
They're good.
They're really, really
they got a lot of powers on offense.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of these, analysts come out and say, people say, well, who's your under the radar team? They were like Bucks. Everybody's saying Bucks because you got a dynamic quarterback who's got great experience, can lead you back.
Once you get Godwin back, you're going to have an incredible.
As Brady always said, you want to be playing your best football at Thanksgiving.
No doubt.
At the beginning of the season, you want to get better each and every week. You want to see what your deficiencies are because other teams are watching the tape and they're looking for your weaknesses. So you have to attack your weaknesses and get better at those particular places, either with new personnel, new schemes, or something. So you want to be playing your best by Thanksgiving. And by that time, Wirfs will be back, Godwin will be back, McMillan will be back, Now, you could sustain other injuries.
Sure.
But the beginning of the season, you just want to survive this time without Godwin, survive this time without J-Mac,
Worth.
and they've got plenty of weapons to make up for that. So
if you had to say the top thing that the Bucks have going into the season, what would that be?
I would say honestly, it's leadership. They've got great leadership on this team between Devontae, Mike Evans, Baker, Vita Vea. They've got a great mix of young, dynamic players and older veterans who can still play.
Right.
Like Devontae can still play. Yeah. Mike Evans he's as good now as I've ever seen.
That's what I'm hearing, man. I'm hearing that he's like in as good a shape.
Yeah.
He
gets open
better.
He catches the ball better. He and Baker are just simpatico. They have been unstoppable.
And Ibuka?
And Ibuka is ridiculous.
Is he a little man child? Yeah.
He's Chris Godwin 2.0.
Right.
And that's saying something.
A lot. I love Chris Godwin, man.
He's the top receiver in this league.
Yeah.
So, Ibuka's been a tremendous find. And Parrish is a really, really good defender. And Benjamin Morrison, when he gets back, what I saw of him, really, really good defender. So they should be. And then more than that, the way they're playing defense now, they've got 6 interceptions.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. So the takeaways have been.
Yeah, and it's the way they're playing.
They came into the season gunning for that. Bowles wanted to.
They changed their scheme to be much more aggressive in the defensive backfield, much more aggressive up front.
Well, they got the talent now to do so. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know yet, but Bowles has not publicly said who's going to be calling the plays. But it appears like, to me, in practice, he's spending more time with the offense. Like when he went to Pittsburgh, and when the Titans were here, he was watching the offense. He wasn't really, paying much attention to the defense. If he was going to be calling it. Now, he knows the personnel.
Sure.
You may see Larry Foote calling the plays defensively, which will give Bowles more time to concentrate on game management, which has kind of always been his weakest point. So I think just from a scheme standpoint, leadership-wise, the roster is incredibly talented.
Kicking game.
They got a great kicking game, much better in the punting game with Riley Dixon. They've addressed all their needs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just.
You got to hand it to them.
I think they're loaded.
Yeah.
I think they're loaded and ready.
I'm gonna get the boss man for you.
He's got time to step on over here. Once again, we're coming to you live from Genesis of Tampa. We're right here on 801 Bears Avenue. This is kind of the semi-grand opening here. We just gave away a brand new Genesis here. So come on down here. They've got great new specials going on. $379 for the G70. There he is. Man, thank you. Michael Murphy. There he is.
Thank you for being here.
The #1 Miami Hurricane fan.
Guilty.
Yes, guilty. At Iowa State in the money line thing.
Good.
Did you go, Rocco?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a huge fan of his dad's.
Yeah.
One of
just on our show this week.
Was he really?
He told me to bet Iowa's 24-21 final.
Nice. Let's go. Let's go.
Final.
First payment's made at least.
A couple zeros to that bet today. We'd be in business. Absolutely.
It's so cool that college football starts in Dublin, Ireland every year.
Yeah.
It's a fun place to go watch the game.
I went over last year.
Did you? I went over for a couple games.
Loss.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
That was surprising. I didn't see that coming. Didn't you guys play Boston College? So you just traded quarterbacks week 1. It would have worked out better. I'm a big Tommy fan. Hey, I think this.
Are you? Because
he's a great running back that can throw the ball, and you're going to win more games than you lose.
It can't be worse than last year. It's not.
I mean,
it is not possible to be that bad.
As a Miami Hurricane, I'll take one more year of that.
You will.
A lot of people got texts on February 10th, Happy 2-10 Day.
Yeah.
And nobody texts me back. I find that really rude.
Very nice. So are you coming up to Tally in November?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll have to make the trek together.
Deal.
I'll see how the season goes, whether or not we'll be sitting side by side. But it's anything like last year, you're on your own.
Well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So when you guys play Florida, I'm a default Florida State fan.
Okay.
So we have to, keep it in the ACC.
Who's your out of conference?
We've got out of conference this year.
We'll start with
Notre Dame, Bethune, and UF.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good non-conference.
Yeah, our first 4 weeks we play Notre Dame, Florida, USF.
Next Sunday?
We do.
Notre Dame next Sunday?
Notre Dame next
Where,
Sunday
is that in Miami?
at the Hard Rock.
Oh, you're going to be there?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have my handcuffs as convicts ready to go against those
Yeah, a friend of mine actually came up with that shirt back in the day.
really?
Yeah, that was his deal. So, all right, give us the rundown on Miami. You got Carson back.
We're a significantly better team than last year. On the defensive side of the ball, leadership is matured. Cornerbacks in the portal came out fantastic. I think the Achilles heel last year was we were a national championship offense, but we were an average at best defense. So love to see what the defense is doing. We have so much talent on the front line. Jason Taylor is the only coach from last year still coaching the defensive side of the ball.
You don't want to get rid of him.
No, I mean, good-looking guy like that can recruit. You put him in most houses, and at least you've won the mom over.
That was always Bobby's way. Maybe you did it in a different way than Jason does.
Sure.
But it was just as effective. Absolutely.
Well, on the offensive side of the ball, I think we're as good as last year. I'm a big Carson Beck believer. He's going to be a game manager a little more than a risk taker. Cam was so much fun to watch. I think we're going to be a run-first team because of that line. That line is different, and that is a big, big line. Now we've got guys at 6'9" playing right tackle, and Markel Bell. You've got Arnez Cooper, who's 6'7", 350, and that's before you get to the left side. So if we can score first against Notre Dame, then we're just going to run, and watch them try to play catch up. Yeah.
They're going to bring it.
They are. Right there. I want the ball first. I want to play with a lead the rest of the game. And that run offense is going to be probably best in the league. I really think Notre Dame running the ball is going to be unstoppable. So why not play with a lead? Take away the run.
You think this is the year?
This is going to be the year we play for an ACC
championship?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe so.
I know you've never won it.
Correct. And I'd like to see the ACC stick around.
My shots. I mean, come on. He threw out a few. I'm going to take mine.
I completely agree. Who would have believed that would have gone that long?
Opening in the trophy case.
There's definitely room. You know, there's 5 national championships at Miami, and then there's a yellow flag where number 6 is. So we're more than happy putting number 7 right next to that yellow flag.
3 of those are ours.
Yeah, I'm sure.
3 of those are ours. We're just lending them out.
Oh man.
I stood underneath the uprights and I didn't want just shook my head. No, it's been such a. I wanted to get back to that because I remember the Saturday nights in Tallahassee when Miami came to town, and it was just it is honestly the greatest sport. I've covered Super Bowls. I've covered everything. I've been to almost every great venue, and there is nothing like a Saturday night in Tallahassee in Miami or a Saturday when Miami was in town. Nothing. The energy, the talent on the field, the level of play, it was insane. And
you have 2 teams that just flat out don't like each other.
Oh my God, the moments, it was just the electricity was unbelievable.
Absolutely.
I want to get it back to that. I mean, you guys are doing your part, but I still think we're probably at least a season away. But we'll see.
I think we would both agree, though, college football is better when Florida State and Miami are ranked. And when that game matters, it's a whole lot of fun.
I talk about we're in the dumps, but we're 1 year removed from 13-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're a really, really good football team that year, and should have gone to the playoffs.
What do you think changed?
What's that?
What do you think changed from 13-0 to last season?
This is the great mystery. Along with who built the pyramids. I bet you go from 13-0 to 2-10. It was and I've done honestly extensive research on this topic and talked to a lot of different people, and I've always been searching for that smoking gun, like something. But I've come to the conclusion that number one, the snub was a psychological blow to the program. Like and it specifically that. Like Norvell was just not Norvell last year. I don't know what happened, but I think he lost his confidence, he lost his edge. He was making horrific strategic decisions during games. He was just completely off his game. They had a quarterback that was not suited to the horrible offensive line that was in front of him. He was a statue behind a terrible offensive line. We lost a ton of talent. We lost 11 guys to the NFL, including Jared Verse. So many really good players. So we lost a ton of talent. and there was no leadership. There was no leadership on the field. There was no leadership. The coaching staff was awful. And it's more, honestly, how we got to 13-0 as opposed to how we got to 2-10. Because that coaching staff never developed players. All the good players on 13-0 came from other programs.
Correct.
So we weren't recruiting, and we weren't developing players. And when all the good ones left that we brought in the transfer program, you had bad coaching, no leadership, and not a whole lot of talent.
Did you have much
and a coach that was pretty much checked out.
Did you have much turnover in coaching this year?
Yeah. 2 new coordinators, total new staffs on both sides of football, which had to be done. So that gives me hope. I mean, Tony White, the new defensive coordinator, did a great job at Nebraska, did a great job at Syracuse. He's and I love the way he coaches. I've heard lots of great things. They brought in some, they brought in some pretty good players. We'll see how they play. You never know. From one place to the other. And to your point, the quarterback's better. Castellanos is a leader.
Yep.
He's a leader. He'll bring you leadership on that side of the ball. He's tough. He runs hard. He's a tremendous running back. He can throw the ball, to your point. The receivers have got to be better because you can't be worse. And, it's funny. I've never seen so many drop passes last year either. Key situations. Somebody went back and said if we caught 70% of the balls that we dropped, we could have turned around at least 3 or 4 games from a score standpoint. Yards per game would have gone up over 100. I mean, it was that bad. And these aren't excuses. This is just things that happen.
Yeah.
That's how you go from 13-0 to a 10. Are they going back to 13-0? No. But can they win 8 games? Yeah. They can win 8 games.
You're going to win more games than you lose.
Yeah,
that's Murphy Damas' prediction here.
Yeah, I think 8 is doable. I mean, I think 9's doable. 8's where they're at. 7's maybe probable. 6 would be a disaster. So, I mean, with this schedule, if they don't do that, they're taking another step. But the big thing is, either beat Miami or beat.
Yeah. Hey, if you go and win just one game, let it be against Florida. You can't have
that one at home.
Yeah.
If you guys were to go, and I could see you beat Notre Dame, so you would be. Did she just win did you just give her a car?
Yeah, that's my mom. So, you got to take care of mom. Always take care of mom.
Which one did you get?
The white one.
Oh, nice.
I know that's a plug right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago, you got to take care of mom.
That's a smart idea. That's a really good idea.
She birthed me. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. So now we drive the exact same car. So that's going to be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a special moment.
By the way, talk about your car.
Yeah, I mean, Genesis is made a superior vehicle. I don't believe that they make a better car for the dollar than the GV80. When we think about the ultra luxury of Mercedes, massage chairs in the driver's seat, adaptive cruise control, all self-driving features, we're talking all that in the Genesis, where you can have 2 of these for the cost of a Mercedes.
Yeah, it's literally half price.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was saying to Emma that I've driven a Genesis, I've driven a Mercedes, a BMW, Lexus, and I want to say by far, but the best driving car I've ever had was a Genesis.
It's amazing, and
for a half the price.
Correct. Yeah. And the other part about it is it comes with a 10-year, 250,000-mile warranty here at Genesis of Tampa. So you've got peace of mind for over a decade. You know how long it's been since we've won a national championship? Miami still.
It's a long time.
The other part I really like is there's a very low cost of ownership because for the first 4 years, all of your recommended factory maintenance is covered by Genesis of Tampa. So now you've got a warranty that lasts for forever. You can go drive around the world 10 times before your warranty is out of mileage, and you get 4 years of complimentary maintenance.
And the leases are
strong, so strong. We've got some leases starting as low as $399, $400. The lease a GV70. Now GV70 is where I started. I drove one for 6 or 7 months. Finally upgraded to a GV80 when we opened, and you cannot beat it for the money. Yeah. I also have got Toyota.
Your next customer,
please, we love it.
I'm time to get out of this.
It might be time.
Well, and you talk about maintenance. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like if anything goes wrong on a Beamer, you take it into the dealer. It's $2,000.
So you have to take your car into the dealership still?
Why? You don't have to do that here?
Hell no. Yeah, here at Genesis of Tampa, we'll go get it. You know, our VIP valet service is absolutely incredible. And the best part is you don't pay for that service. Genesis pays us for that service.
Really?
So Genesis USA is paying the dealership to go give that superior level of service to our owners.
To the office or the house.
Absolutely.
Bring a loaner car. Pick up the car. Bring your car back, nice and clean and fresh.
Correct.
With a trade offer too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to want as many trades as we need. Hey, I just opened a brand new dealership. They dropped off new cars, but we've got a trade for every single used car. So that's why if people are even remotely interested, I'm going to buy that business. A wise man once told me, from my point of view, a bad deal is better than no deal at all. So if you've got negative equity,
BMW,
I would cut off a limb for a 2018 BMW.
I think we got 2 sales today.
Let's go. Let's go.
Right, so
we got to get you driving one and really.
I want to get back into this. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
At Kingmakers, that's where the JP Peterson show is now. Now, talk a little bit about Kingmakers.
Kingmakers is phenomenal. It's a members-only private club at Dale Mabry in 275 around Midtown. And think of it like a private golf course without the golf course. So you've got all the amenities of like a Pelican or an Old Memorial, 85-inch TVs everywhere. Palmacia, sure, fantastic course once it reopens.
Yes.
They have. I would love that. I'm a big fan. I lived on the third hole for a long time. Now, Kingmakers has got a full bar. It's got the vibes of like a Delta Sky Lounge, but you got breakout rooms. You've got conference rooms that are all available for our equity and non-equity members. You've got a Foresight $25,000 golf simulator that can tell you how many times your ball spins in the air. You've also got a fantastic JP Peterson production studio.
That's right. You can come use my production studio if you're a member.
Absolutely.
We'll do your podcast for you. That's a big deal.
It is.
A lot of these businesses now, everybody wants to get a podcast because it's such a great marketing tool. So if you want to, become a member, you can use the podcast.
Absolutely. And maybe even get some mentoring from arguably the best in the game.
Absolutely. Teach you everything you need to know about podcasting.
That's fantastic.
Be happy to do it. So it's a great partnership. And I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. I think I'm winning on this one because I get to be around you all day. Like I have to sell cars, but I get to talk sports. Like this is a dream come true.
We're doing this every week. You're coming in and talking about
always
college football with me.
I hope it goes well.
Every week. Somebody. Yeah, man. It'll be fun.
Somebody better go well.
The state's a whole
I
other
want
deal.
you guys crying.
If we beat Alabama.
Oh my gosh! If you beat Alabama, I'll tell you what. If you guys beat Alabama, I'll make everybody's first payments on Genesis.
Clip that one right off and put it up.
Yeah, we might have to edit that out. That'll go viral right there. That'll go viral right now.
Hey, if they buy it from me, I'll make your first payment if Bama loses. I think that's fair.
So if you're an FSU fan, you got to come in this week and do a test drive and say, I heard you say it on the JP Peterson show. So if it comes true, you'll do the first payment.
Absolutely. We'll even put the game on here.
Come in this week and do a test drive.
I love that. Absolutely.
Come
Absolutely.
in and do a test drive. And if FSU wins, you come in, you say, I heard it on the JP Peterson show. And we'll do this all week.
Absolutely.
There we go.
And I'll tell you one last.
Oh, dude, that's going to go viral.
I don't even think my arm can make that motion.
The question is, if it's a tight game, will you be rooting for Florida State or not? You want the business, sure.
I think I'd be rooting for Florida State. Yeah, absolutely. I think whenever the SEC plays an ACC team, I'm rooting for the ACC anyway. Like I've heard enough of this from the SEC.
It makes your win look better.
Correct. And when we both beat Florida, we've got something else to talk about on your show.
Yeah, we've been very successful against the SEC the past few years. So I think we lost to Florida last year, but dominated LSU and won Florida at the time. So
yeah, and we beat Florida last year for you guys.
That's right.
And boy, that was fun.
Take care of that again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you guys going up there this year?
They come down south.
Oh,
so they're gonna get to experience the Rock.
Oh, I haven't been to a game there in a long time.
Oh, it's changed so much. Yeah. When they put the almost complete roof on, it got so much louder. And strategically, it's brilliant because the only place you really get real hot sun is the visitor sideline. About 25 degrees hotter.
We got to do that at Raymond James.
You know what? I think that's brilliant. I think it would really, really help 1 o'clock game attendance.
It's not terrible in the shape.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's brutal.
Yeah, it's kind of funny watching the Rays this year play outdoors. You know, we only have 81 games in the history of our team this week, home games outdoors, and that's probably enough. I mean, people are dropping. When we played the Dodgers, it looked like an LA morgue. Oh my goodness!
The night games are fine.
Oh, they're beautiful actually. Last night was fun.
I went Thursday night. I had baseball by the Rays, but from a weather standpoint, it was beautiful. Nice breeze.
Yeah.
$23 beers were a little much,
It's aggressive. Yeah, it's bringing back tailgating. That's what $23 beers do.
or speaking liquor.
Yeah, right.
One of the two. Well, partner, listen,
Humbled.
really happy of our partnership.
Yes, sir.
I love the new studio. It's fantastic. I think it's a great ad for Kingmakers as well. So go to kingmakerstampa.com and genesisoftampa.com.
Absolutely.
You get all the thank you.
Absolutely. Humbled. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I think that'll do it. I think we'll close out the show. Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations. And I love the spiritual blessing of the place. That was cool. I love that part. That was cool. All right. I think that'll do it. We're gonna say goodbye. I want my bet. Iowa State covered. Oh, you have any parting words? We're both leasing new Genesis.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's done. Especially if FSU wins, you get where a first baseman.
I got my parting words. I got my parting words of my compadre Enrique Olu Smith, who is you know Enrique, right?
Enrique Olu Smith.
Yeah, who's the only broadcaster that's been here for every Rays season, other than Dwayne Stat.
He does the Spanish
radio, and he texted me when I was talking about Carson, and he said that he may look like Bobby Witt, but he's not Bobby Witt. And so I'm going to tell you something, okay? Listen to me now and forget about me later. I didn't say that he was Bobby Witt, Enrique. I said that he reminds me of Bobby Witt.
Yeah.
And
he's got 2 arms.
He's got 2 arms, 2 legs. He's white.
White, shortstop.
And he's a shortstop.
Yeah.
And
similar.
And he's got a very quick bat, like Bobby Witt, and runs fast.
Yeah.
But he is. Dude, no, this kid's going to be really, 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 really good. But he's no Bobby Witt just yet.
He'll be the understudy next year for
maybe not even that, because I think he's so good that I don't put him as an understudy. I give him another. No, I put him if our boy Hassan Kim has a good spring, he's healthy and does his thing, he's the starting shortstop.
Right.
And that's the way. And then Carson goes back to AAA. I'm not playing Carson once a week. Yeah. 400 at bats. The moment that Kim gets hurt again or something happens, then this is a kid that needs to be the starting shortstop of the future of the Rays for 10 years. He's that good.
Should he start the rest of the season?
I feel 100% he should start the rest of the season.
Yeah, let Hassan Kim.
Just let him. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
All right, partner.
Yeah, buddy.
Let me go test drive a GB80.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to allow you. You've had too many Korean.
I'll sit in the passenger seat.
No, that's Japanese. Kamsamida. That's Korean.
So come on down to Genesis in Tampa. We'll be here for another couple hours. We got food, we got drinks, we got great cars, and you can sign up for the first payment. You heard it right here, Mike said.
Dude, that's massive.
If FSU beats Alabama, he will make your first payment.
That's a big if.
Come in.
That's a big if.
That's something to play for. Yeah. All right, you guys. Enjoy the rest of the football. We will see you on Monday.
Go EJ!